Game started.
Okay, I've got a game here. Carlos Antonio from Chile. Let's try e4. I was going to try the King's Gambit if I got a chance. But now we got a French defense. Let's see if we got a Winauer, Classical, or Rubinstein, or this one. I don't know this one. Okay, let's see. If I take the pawn, he can take back with the bishop. If I take the c pawn, if I take the d pawn, he can take my pawn and then give a check. So I think I should take the c pawn first. It's an idea in a lot of these queen's pawn openings. Push that d pawn and then check with the queen here. So then you take here. I think he has to take back with a pawn unless he's trying to make a pawn sack of it. And so he'll end up with the isolated queen's pawn position. Which is not not fatal. Oh, looks like I could actually win a pawn. If he takes back, I can take with the queen, huh? Let's see, is there a tactic? Bishop check. Knight attack. Bishop attack. Looks like I'm just a pawn up here. Yeah, some of that early c5 is a mistake. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why you don't see it. Sometimes there's a reason why moves aren't played. Sometimes it's a matter of fashion or style or something like that. But well, let's see. You never know what's going on here. It's a very open board, but he doesn't have any pieces developed, so I don't see why black would have any compensation for his pawn here. He can go for knight to b4 there, maybe trying to hit c2 and fork my king and my rook. So I want to be able to castle queenside here. Castle quickly. If he takes my bishop, I'll take with the knight. He plays the knight here. I could just take it. If he exchanges here first and then plays the knight, then I could consider castling queenside. But he played this instead. So how about just c3? I'll keep his knight out of b4. I'll develop my pieces and I will castle. On the king's side, where does this bishop want to go? There's a check here.
Check.
Maybe that'll disrupt his development a bit. See if he wants to move the king or bring the bishop back. Oh yeah, that's right, he can interpose with the knight, so that's fine. I'm going to keep the bishop. I'm not going to trade it for a knight just to cause more pawn damage. I'm already a pawn up, so I just want to keep the force on the board, develop my pieces, get my king to safety, and play a normal game, but just with an extra pawn. And with the queens off. And his knights are a bit awkwardly placed, so I'm just going to start moving my pieces towards his king. The usual kind of strategy. See if there's a checkmate there. With this reduced force, maybe it's not a checkmate, but maybe just cause some disruption. So knight here, for example, knight to g5. Does he want to trade the bishop for a knight? I think that trade might be good for me. And if he does that, I was thinking maybe bishop here. Hit the h-pawn. But you know, he can just play h6, so maybe I should. Well, he didn't play h6. So let's get the bishop back before he traps it. He can think of trapping the bishop there or kicking the knight. And now, okay, the bishop is defended, but let's get a rook on a central file and put a little pressure on the bishop anyway. Okay, now he's defended his knight. Where does this guy want to go? Here, here, here. Maybe that's a plan. Okay, he's got an eye on this pawn. I don't want to give it up. This pawn is not falling just yet. So we've got to push c3 to c4. It'll open up a square or two here. Okay, the knight could go right back to g5 and hit the bishop. Yeah, why not? Now, well, there's two people attacking this pawn that's got two defenders, but he needs to move his bishop back along this diagonal here, or here. Probably back to d7 where it came from. All the way there. The problem with that move is it blocks in his rook, so that's not a happy square. Okay, let's finish putting my pawns on safe squares. And yeah, he's going to activate his rook that way. Not a bad plan. Okay, let's see. Maybe doubling rooks. Rook to d5. Maybe getting some pressure on the fourth rank. He can harass it with a knight. And I can take this knight, so that's not so great. This knight here hits the rook, hits the bishop, and it hits the rook, but it left his knight undefended, and my bishop is defended. So that lost a piece. So now I just want to get a rook to the 7th rank and play knight here. Okay, short game, but I think I will upload this and do a postmortem. Check out that opening, but it looked like that was just a mistake in the opening that gave up a pawn. And then downhill from there. So, see you guys later. Bye.